Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to learn 3-column cash book. Before we learn about the 3-column cash book, let us first understand what a cash book is. A cash book is a special accounting book used to record all cash and bank transactions of a business. It records money received and money paid. Money received in the debit side and money paid in the credit side. Okay. Unlike other channels, the cash book also serves as a ledger account for cash and bank. For example, imagine you own a small bakery. Every day customers pay you cash, you pay rent, and sometimes you deposit money into your bank account. Instead of writing these transactions in different books, you record them in a cash book. Okay, there are different type of cash book. The three main types are single column cash book, double column cash book, and 3-column cash book. The difference between them is the number of columns and type of transactions they record. Today we are going to learn the 3-column cash book in detail. A 3-column cash book has 3 amount columns: cash, bank, and discount. It records cash transactions, bank transactions, and discount transactions in one book. Now, let us work through a problem step by step. This will help you understand how to prepare a 3-column cash book. Here you can see a question from May-June 2025 question paper. We can solve these questions simply. Let us read the transactions carefully. Firstly, let us read the question. Kadima is a trader. He sells on credit only. During March 2025, the following transactions took place. The first transaction is March 4th, paid Lee $196 by bank transfer in full settlement of an invoice for $200. Okay. In this transaction, let us identify how the payment was made. The payment was made by bank transfer. So, we will use the bank column, not the cash column. Okay. Notice that the invoice was $200, but Kadima paid only $196. Why? Because Lee allowed a discount of $4. Okay. Since the business received the discount from the supplier, this is called discount received. Discount received. Now let us decide where to record it. Money is going out of the business, so we will record this transaction on the credit side of the 3-column cash book. Credit side of the 3-column cash book. Here you can see Kadima's 3-column cash book. Before recording the transactions, we can see the opening balance on 1st March. The cash balance is $50 and the bank balance is $840. These balances are brought down from the previous period, so they are shown as balance brought down. Since these are opening balances, we don't need to calculate anything. We can directly continue with the first transaction. Now let us look at the first. We discussed the first transaction, then we record this transaction in the Katima's cash book. Here we can enter this amount. Here March 4th, Lee discount for and bank 196. Why the discount is 4? Because the original invoice was $200, but only 196 was paid. The difference of 4 is the discount received. Okay. Then next transaction is received payment by check $291 from Sophia, who had deducted 3% cash discount. First, you remember that the payment was received by check. Okay. So we will use the bank column in cash book. Okay. Now we need to find the amount of the discount. The question tells us that the Sophia deducted a 3% cash discount, but it does not tell us the discount amount. So we have to calculate the discount amount. Okay, here mentioned only the percentage, so we should calculate the amount. Okay, I calculate the 3% here. Amount received $291 if 97% is 291. Okay, because so we can calculate the 100%. 90. So we can calculate the 100%. 291 into 100 divided by 97 equal to $300. So discount is 300 minus 291, 9. So 3% is $9. Okay. The original amount due from Sophia was $300. Okay. She was allowed a 3% cash discount, which is $9. Therefore, she paid only $291. Which side of the cash book should we use? Since money is coming into the business, we will record it on the debit side of the 3-column cash book. So here we can record March 6, Sophia, discount 9, bank 291. When we give a discount to a customer, it is called discount allowed. So it is recorded on the debit side because it is an expense. So expense is always debited in the cash book. When we receive a discount from a supplier, it is called discount received and it is recorded on the credit side because it is an income, so it will be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. That is discount allowed, debit side, discount received, credit side. Now let us look at the next transaction. Paid motor expenses $26 by cash. First, let us identify how the payment was made. The payment was made by cash. So we will use the cash column. Next, we need to decide which side should be recorded. The business is paying money, so cash is going out of the business. Therefore, we record it on the credit side of the 3-column cash book. It is payments, so it will be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. Motor expenses are expenses of the business. However, in the cash book, we are recording the cash payments, so the entry goes on the credit side. So here can enter March 14th, motor expense, cash 26. Why did we use the cash column and not the bank column? Because the transaction says it was paid by cash. Okay. Now let us look at the transaction on 19th March. It says received payment by bank transfer $375 from Mirway, a customer. First, we need to identify how the money was received. The payment was received by bank transfer. So we will use the bank column. The money is coming into the business because a customer is paying us. Therefore, we record it on the debit side of the 3-column cash book. Here we can enter March 19th, Mirway, bank column 375. He is a customer. When a customer pays us, our bank balance increases. So it is recorded on the debit side. Now let us look at the transaction on 22nd March. Paid mark $240 by online transfer having deducted 4% cash discount. First, the payment was made by online transfer. So we will use the bank column. Next, we can see that the business deducted at 4% discount, cash discount. This means Mark allowed a discount. Therefore, this is a discount received. The question gives us the amount paid, which is $240, but we need to calculate the discount amount. So here we can calculate the discount amount. 240 is 96% because he give us 4% discount. Okay. Then we can calculate 100%. 240 into 100 divided by 96. Here the trick is cross multiplication. Here we can cross multiply this. 240 into 100 by 96. So the answer is $250. Then we can calculate the discount. 250 minus 240 equal $10. So the discount percentage is 4%. The amount is $10. Once again we can calculate the discounted amount. Here 96% is 240. How we can get this 240? Here 4% discount already deducted the discount. So 96% is 240. Then we can calculate 100% through this by cross multiplication. Okay. So 250 into 100 divided by 96, we get 250. This is the 100%. So the 250 minus 240, that means 100% minus 96% is 10. That is 900 minus 100 minus 96 equal to 100 minus 96 equal to 4. This 4 is 10. Okay. The original amount owed to Mark was $250. We paid only $240 because Mark allowed us discount of $10. Since money is going out of the business, we record this transaction on the credit side of the 3-column cash book. So here we can enter this March 22, Mark discounted 10, bank 240. Here you can see discount received credit side. Now let us look at the transaction on 28th March. It says withdraw $400 cash from the bank for business use. This transaction affects only the business. We are not paying a supplier or receiving money from a customer. We are simply transferring money from the bank to the cash box. So cash is increasing by $400 and the bank balance is decreasing by $400. That means we need to record the transaction on both sides of 3-column cash book. This is called a contra entry. A contra entry is a transaction that affects both the cash account and the bank account at the same time. The money does not come from the outside the business and it does not go outside the business. It is simply transferred between the cash account and the bank account. In this transaction, we withdrew $400 from the bank for business use. The cash in hand increases by $400 while the bank balance decreases by $400. Since both the cash account and the bank account are affected, this is a contra entry. For example, imagine you go to an ATM and withdraw 1,000 from your bank account. Your wallet now has 1,000 more, but your bank account has 1,000 less. Now new money was created and no money left. No money was created and no money left your ownership. It was simply transferred from your bank account to your wallet. That's exactly what a contra entry is in a business. A contra entry transfer of money between the cash account and the bank account within the same business. That means we need to record the transaction on both sides of the three-column cash book. Okay. Here we can record this transaction. That's why you can easily understand about that contra entry. March 28th, bank, cash 400, and the credit side also March 28th, cash, bank 400. On the debit side we write bank because the cash has come from the bank. Okay. On the credit side we write cash because the bank account has reduced by transferring money to cash. Since this is a contra entry, we write the letter C in the folio column on the both sides to show that both entries are recorded within the same cash book. Here in the question paper we cannot see the folio column, so we did not write here. Okay. So here, did the business receive new money from outside? No, the money was simply transferred from the bank to cash. That's why this is called a contra entry. Next transaction is March 29th, paid wages $362 in cash. First, let us identify how the payment was made. The wages were paid in cash, so we will use the cash column. Next, we need to decide which side to record it. The business is paying money, so cash is going out of the business. Therefore, we will record it on the credit side, that is payment side of the three-column cash book. There is no discount mentioned in this transaction, so we will leave the discount column blank. So here we can enter March 29th, wages 362. Why are we using the cash column instead of the bank column? Because the question says the wages were paid in cash. Whenever the business pays money in cash, we record the transaction in the cash column on the credit side of the three-column cash book. Then the last transaction is March 30th, paid motor expenses $91 by check. First, let us identify how the payment was made. The payment was made by check, so we will use the bank column. Next, the business is paying money, so the money is going out of the business. Therefore, we will record this transaction on the credit side of the three-column cash book. There is no discount mentioned, so we will leave the discount column blank. So here, March 30, motor expense 91. Why did we use the bank column? Because the payment was made by check. Payments made by check or bank transfer are always recorded in the bank column. Now we have recorded all the transaction. Then let us total both sides of the cash column and bank column respectively. Here the cash column total is 450 and the discount column 9, and here the cash column total is 362 and plus 26 is 388. So the 450 is the increased amount, or it's a this is the big amount. So here we can enter this amount. The larger amount is written on the both side as the total. So this means the business still has cash in hand at the end of the month. To make both sides equal, we calculate the difference between the debit total and credit total. This difference is the closing cash balance. We write this difference as balance carried on the credit side. This is not because cash has gone out. It is written on the credit side only to balance the two sides of the cash book. So here we can enter balance carried on 62. Now let us calculate the balance carried on for the cash column. First we total both sides, debit side and credit side of the cash column. The debit side is greater than the credit side. So to find the balance carried on, we subtract the credit total from the debit total. So here 450 is the debit total. This 450 is this 362 plus 260 is 388. The 388 is deducted from 450. So we can get 62. This is the balance carried on. And this 62 is brought down as balance carried down on the credit side because it is the difference. Now let us balance the bank column in the same way. First we will total both the debit side and the credit side of the bank column. First we total the bank column in the debit side. Here we can get 1506. Then we total the credit bank column in credit side. Here we can get 927. So here debit side we get 1506. So this is the larger amount. So here we can enter this 1506. Then we deducted 927 from 1506. So we get 579. This difference is enter here balance carried on, so that both sides of the bank column become equal. Okay. On 1st April, we bring the same amount, this same amount down to the debit side as balance brought down. Here 1st April balance brought down I can use the different color. So here enter 62 and 579 as balance brought down on 1st April as opening balance. The balancing process is the same for both the cash column and bank column. We total both sides, find the difference, write it as balance carried down on the opposite side, and then bring it down as balance brought down on the first day of the next month. You may notice that we have not balanced the discount column. This is because the discount column are memorandum column. They are used only to record the total discount allowed and discount received during the period. Only the cash and bank columns are balanced. At the end of the accounting period, the total of the discount allowed and discount column posted to discount allowed and discount received column posted to discount allowed account and discount received account in the ledger. Okay. So we have successfully completed the 3-column cash book question. In this question, we learned how to record cash transactions, bank transactions, discount allowed, discount received, and contra entries. We also learned how to balance the cash book and bring down the opening balances for the next month. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this lesson helped you to understand how to prepare a 3-column cash book. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more IGCSE accounting and commerce lessons. If you are looking for Cambridge IGCSE accounting tuition and commerce tuition, I also offer online classes. You can contact me through the comment section and I will get back to you with the details. Thank you once again and I will see you in next video.